Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you guys know that I have a new channel dedicated to all things UFO, everything out there. It's called UFO Conspiracies. And over on that channel, we talk about a lot of this stuff as far as what could allegedly be UFOs or UAPs. We have video footage over there, and we have a lot of stuff about documentation, things from the past and stuff as well, and how to research and find a lot of this information, and also things like on the TR3B, the Flying Black Triangle. I have some rare interviews that you guys have probably never seen or heard before that are also available on that channel too. So I'll leave a link down below in the description so you guys can go over there and find that as well. And we have video footage from the 50s and 60s of alleged aliens walking around and stuff. So there's going to be a link below in the description for that UFO conspiracy if you guys want to go over there, subscribe to that, and check out a little bit more. So in today's video, I'm going to try to post these at least once a week on this channel, because I know a lot of you guys come to my channel for this or subscribe to my channel for this kind of content as well. So I'll post something like this once a week. But we're going to be looking at some footage from the early 90s. I have some old VHS tapes, as you see here, of particular craft and things flying around. I believe this one was taken in, I believe, 1994. I believe someone told me before that this is kind of like some kind of Russian craft that they created that kind of floats and flies around, but I thought that that wasn't actually done until the early 2000s. But we look at stuff like this, what you're seeing here, and we have kind of an open discussion about some of the objects that we see in some of these videos. And as you guys know, some of the videos from, I'd say, the 70s, 80s, and 90s is going to be a little bit more authentic than what we see now today, because things that we see today is just a little bit, could be edited a little bit more. So this next clip, of course, is from the 90s as well. You see an object kind of just floating through the sky there. It's a pretty bright object. It We rule out the drone theorem, or the drone theory for this, only because they didn't have drones in the 90s. Not that we know of. So this object's just kind of floating around, and I have a lot more on my UFO channel that discusses this and talks about particular video clips and things like this. But I at least wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that we have over there and show you guys some clips from the 90s that I have here. All right, this next clip is kind of short too, and of course, like I said, this is from a VHS tape, so I had to kind of download it and then kind of transfer it over. So it's not always the best quality, but at least we know it's a little bit more authentic than what we see today. Here's another clip. This is taken on ocean, and the craft is just kind of sitting there, and you guys see it's just there. It's kind of hard. I mean, it's a little bit shaky and stuff, but what they were using in the 90s didn't have stabilization stuff like we have today. But they're going to be a little bit more clear than what we see in some of today's photos too, or even videos that we see today. Here's someone just basically kind of driving on a highway, and you see they're literally chasing this object down. And here it is again at a different time. You guys can actually see a time and date stamp on here. So there's video clips like this, and I'm going to show you just a few more as well, kind of what I share on that channel too. So you guys are kind of aware of some of the content we have over here. Here's another one. This one was kind of interesting because it is a pinkish, whitish, reddish color. And I believe this one was in 93 when this was taken. I did, like I said, extract it from a VHS tape. And, you know, of course, you try to transfer it over to make it digital and stuff. It does kind of distort the quality just a little bit, but not too much. And I've tried to stabilize it some, but it doesn't really make it too stable when I go through the stabilization software that I have installed on some of the video editing equipment that I use. All right, so that's going to be that one. Then I have one or two more that I'm going to share with you guys. Here's another one. It's pretty far up, and then they're going to kind of try to zoom in on it. You guys see it there? Kind of has the date at the bottom. November 1994 was when this was taken. And some of the footage you'll see on the UFO Conspiracies channel, I have a few where they actually were taking off, and we kind of see more of a fuller clip with that particular craft or whatever it is being filmed. This one's kind of skeptical, or suspect, as I say on the UFO channel, because that could easily have been a helicopter just in the background because it wasn't that clear. And then here's another one, clearly an object floating there. So we ruled out helicopters and everything for that. So these are just a couple of clips of what you guys will see over there. I also have a lot other stuff too if you guys want to go over there and check it out. Like I said, I'll leave a link below in the description so you guys can go over there and check that out and see some of the discussions we've talked about this. So thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.